I am so obsessed with toasted latte makeup. Let's go recreate this look. I added a bit more eyeshadow and some gloss, but honestly, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So let's get into the makeup look. I did this whole eye look with the Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette. I'm taking a big fluffy eye brush and then I'm dipping that into First Class, and this is just the first transition shade I wanted to lay down just to warm up my eyelids. I'm concentrating that on the inner corner of my eye, blending it to my brow bone and the sides of my nose. Next, I am using that same brush and I dipped it into the Lavish shade. I am concentrating the color and most of the product closer to my lash line, and then I just diffuse that slowly to my brow bone. I am doing a lot of blending. You're going to see that throughout the whole video, where I am just spending some time with barely any product on the brush and just making sure everything looks diffused and blended out. We're finally doing something different here. So I took a flat shader brush and then I am packing on the shade Unapologetic. You really want to pack this color on so that you can achieve that smoky effect. And I'm taking that same flat brush and I dipped it into the shade Faux Fur, and I'm putting that on my lash line just to give it that more dramatic and smoky look. We are shifting gears again and going back to the fluffy brush, so I am dipping it back into Unapologetic. Again, you want to follow the same motion of keeping the color closer to the lash line and then just slowly diffusing it up. When you are using this technique on a darker color, you want to have little product on the brush and just slowly take your time building that color. This is how I avoid my eyeshadow looking patchy. And I'm still using the same shade Unapologetic, and then I am just working that into the outer V of my eye. Then I am dipping it back into Faux Fur, and I'm just dipping a little bit. I'm just tapping it in the outer V of my eye, closer to my lash line, just fanning it out. I'm just slowly, again, blending that out to make sure I don't have any harsh edges. Next, I'm taking a dark brown eyeliner shade and I'm just tightlining my eyes. Then I'm taking that same eyeliner shade and I'm just putting that on the outer edges of my lash line, kind of making a baby wing. You don't have to be perfect here at all. The messier the better, since this is a smoky look. I'm taking the shade She Rich with an eyeliner brush and I'm just using that to set my eyeliner and just making it more intense, cleaning it up, making it sharper. Still taking that same shade with the same eyeliner brush and just putting that on my lower lash line. And I am not trying to be perfect here, the messier the better again, and I'm just connecting that with the wing. With the tip of the flat shader brush we used earlier, I just dipped that into Faux Fur and I'm just smoking out my lash line even more. Using the curve case in medium, I'm taking the shade Teddy Bear and heavily bronzing the sides of my face and my forehead. You want to go heavy with the bronzer here because this is, after all, a toasted look. Then with a smaller fluffy brush, I'm dipping that into that same shade Teddy Bear and contouring my nose. And don't follow what I do here. I dipped way too much. A little goes a long way, especially around your nose, but if you run into this situation, just blend. Then I take my foundation brush, which has a little bit of product still in it, and then I just use that to diffuse any harsh lines around my bronzer and then just add a bit more coverage where I want it. I'm going back into the curve case and I'm mixing the two blush shades, A Shy Boy and Melon Sorbet, and just tapping that above where I put my bronzer and then just slowly blending it out and diffusing it with a tapping motion. And I'm also blending that up into the eyeshadow so that the whole look just looks diffused and blended together. And I'm taking a brow pencil from Sephora in the shade Ebony and I'm just lightly filling in my brows. And I like to take my eyebrow pencil and I just like to dot in my freckles back into my face since I've covered it up with some foundation. Then I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible bronzer in the shade 300 Light Medium, and I'm just putting that wherever I have the cream bronzer. I also put that on my neck just to make the look even more bronzed. Then I'm taking the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues and just putting that wherever I put down that cream blush and across my nose. I'm setting my face with the Infallible Blurfection and I'm using a powder puff here. To set the powders, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, And while that sits on my face, I am curling my straight Asian lashes, and I'm using the Clio Kill Lash. Honestly, this stuff really works. If you have stubborn straight Asian lashes, this holds my curl all day. I'm using an eyeliner pen from Stila, and I got the micro tip version. This is really good if you have smaller eyes, and I'm just using that to just sharpen and intensify my eyeliner. And I don't want that graphic eyeliner look, so then I'm just going back in with that dark brown eyeliner pencil and just smoking it out. For my lip liner, I am using a reddish brown shade. This one specifically is from Chakotay Cosmetics in the shade 305N. And I'm just overlining my lips and just using my finger to blend that out. And I'm taking this Made by Mitchell Mattitude lipstick in the shade Angel Delight and just patting that into the center of my lips. Then I'm taking this shade Asteroid from Pear Nova and I'm just blending that middle lipstick color in with the lip liner. For the glosses, I'm using Made by Mitchell Stargirl and just putting a little bit in the middle. And I'm following that up with the Revlon Super Lush Stress Lip Gloss in the shade Sky Pink. And that is the finished makeup look. If you've made it till the end of the video, comment toasted baby just so that I know who is still watching. If you decide to recreate this look, please tag me in your videos. I would love to watch them. If you want more content like this, like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button. Thanks for hanging out. Till next time. Bye!